Hey YouTube, this is PrimetimePokemon. In this video, I'll be showing my top 10 favorite Plasma Blast Pokemon cards. So this video is part of my video series on top 10 and top 5 Pokemon cards. If you're interested in these types of videos, I'll have a link to that playlist that I've created in the video description below. So my 10th favorite card from the Plasma Blast set would be Pokemon Catcher. And this is a trainer card, but it's such a good trainer card I wanted to include this card in my list. And this card has been reprinted in the Plasma Blast set. The first set to have this card, I believe, was Emerging Powers. And as you'll see in this top 10 list, I include common, uncommon, rare, and ultra rare cards. So I'm not just focusing on the ultra rare cards. So number 10 is Pokemon Catcher. Number 9 is a common card. It is Porygon. And surprisingly, Porygon is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. This card really reminds me of the base set Porygon. That's why I included this card in my top 10 Plasma Blast list. So Porygon. Number 8 is Houndoom. So that's my first holographic card in my top 10 list. What I like about this holographic card is the flames coming off of Houndoom. I actually like the artwork from the Plasma Blast set quite a bit. So there's Houndoom, my number 8 card. Number 7 is Archeops. And this card is in my list because it reminds me of the old school holo cards. Specifically the Jungle and Base set holos. How much silver there was in the background. Unfortunately, this holographic card does have horizontal stripes on it, but it is a lot of silver, so it reminds me of the old school cards. So that's why this Archeops card made my list. In at number 7, 6th favorite is Mesprit, and similar to the Archeops where there's a lot of silver, Mesprit has a lot of pink and purple, so it's really a one-colored holographic card. I like that about this card. And I also like that Mesprit, Uxie, and Azelf are all in the Plasma Blast set. I just included one of the 3 in this list, Mesprit being my favorite from this Plasma Blast set. Okay, 5th favorite card is Porygon-Z, so I included 2 cards from the Porygon-Z line. Porygon-Z is the highest evolution of Porygon. Now where Archeops was a silver holographic pattern, Mesprit was the solid pink and purple. This one is a gradient from black to green, so that's why I like this card, and I like Porygon-Z in general. Reminds me of the Porygon-Z Level X from one of the Diamond and Pearl sets. So I think that's it. One more for the holographic cards. Number 4, this is actually my favorite holographic card from the set, is Salamence. Also one of my favorite Pokemon in general. So Salamence is my number 4 card in my top 10 Plasma Blast list. When I opened a booster box a while back, I actually pulled a reverse holo and a holographic Salamence card. And dragon type Pokemon look really cool in reverse holo forms as well. So now that's it with all the holographic and commons and uncommon cards in my list. Now we're just going to move on to ultra rare cards. My 3rd favorite card from the Plasma Blast set would be Kyurem EX, and this card is in my list because it is the only EX card from Plasma Blast that does not have a full art version. So I thought that was unique about Kyurem. That's why it's in the list. And as always, the artwork on the EX cards look very cool. Number 2 card is Iris. This is actually a full art card. It is the only full art trainer card in the set. A lot of color on this card, but I like the card just because it is the only full art trainer card in the set. And then my number 1 favorite Plasma Blast card, I wish I had this card in the full art version, but it is Genesect EX. And the reason that this card is my number 1 favorite card from the Plasma Blast set is because it is an ultra rare card, but also because Plasma Blast was the debut set of Genesect. So I wanted to include this Pokemon in my top 10 list. So that's it. That concludes my top 10 Plasma Blast list. If you are interested, you can make a video showing your top 10, or you can post a comment on this video with your top 10. And remember, this is just my opinion on my favorite cards. I can post a link to card scans from this Plasma Blast set so you can see all of the cards from the set, and then you can rate your top 10. I'll also have a couple other links in the video description below. I'll have a link to my information video on Plasma Blast, as well as my booster box opening of Plasma Blast. So thanks everyone for watching. Like I mentioned, check out all the links in the video description below. I'll also have my blog, Facebook, and Twitter links down there as well. And stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.